What's good? What's good? What's good, everybody? My bad, my bad, my bad. Trying to put my son to sleep, man. He not having it. He got a whole different agenda on his mind. My brother's keeper in the building. Salute to you, bro. DP Rocket, salute to you, man. Demetrius Bright, JM Hirschman's. I'm just keeping an eye on my little one here, real quick. Going through that stage, man. He's teething, so going through that stage of teething. So he battling his little way through. One second, my people. One second. 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 Salute to all my people here. I know I got some other people that's on their way. I know I'm a few minutes late, so apologize about that. Apologize about that. Get my people a few. We can get everybody in the building, man, so we can talk about this and see what we got for some teams that are some disappointments and letdowns, man. Some disappointments and letdowns. Let's see what we got. One second here, my peoples. One second here. See who we got for who's in the driver's seat for this MVP race, and see who also the biggest disappointments and which teams are the biggest surprises for the season so far. Give my peoples a few minutes to make it into the building. That way we can talk about it, get some clarity on that. Everybody get their input and see what we got and cook on that. See what we got. We can cook on that. See when people coming in. See what we got here. Make sure you hit the like button if you're coming in. If you're new, subscribe to the channel. Definitely going to be dropping more content, especially with the playoff push coming down the line here, so we can talk about that too, man. Talk about all the teams that are either disappointing, teams that's on the hot streak right now. See what we got. Take a look and catch up on my statistics here real quick. See who we got cooking right now. Let's see. Got standings. West. Man, I can't believe I don't remember the last time I've seen a Lakers team be 10 games under 500. Man, that is insane. And they tried to say they needed a sample size to see. Nah, you don't need no sample size, man. You seeing what's going on and we're definitely getting what we expected. That's for sure. Absolutely getting what we expected. My brother Dwayne in the building. Salute to you, bro. Salute to you, Dwayne. Just giving my people a few more minutes here to hop in, man. Wanted to get cooking on this MVP race and which team was, we got as the biggest disappointment and which team is having a surprising breakout season, man. Definitely want to talk about that and see, get people's perspective on that and see what everybody has to say about it, man. It's definitely an interesting year, that's for sure. This NBA season has absolutely been filled with surprises, man. I'm not even going to sit here in front about it. I've been pleasantly and unpleasantly surprised at what I'm seeing from the NBA right now, man. Definitely, it's something that's not a foregone conclusion. Who's going to come out of the West, come out of the East? Who's the clear cut favorite that's head and shoulders up, better than every other team? It's still a toss up, man. It's still a toss up in seeing what's going to happen and who does what. So definitely excited to see who crosses the finish line first and what's going to happen or what's going to take place. Once the playoffs start, man. I think everybody at this point is tired of the regular season and they want to see they want to get this playoff thing kicked off, man, and get to it. They want to get it kicked off and get to it, man. Dwayne, was you over there hanging out with T and them, or you just kind of solo hopping at the moment. And I think I'm on a live too. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say I know T and them told me next time I go live, make sure I hop on the show and tell them. I was trying to figure out how I can do it because I'm on my laptop. Got the other little thing. I guess I can hop on my phone real quick, let them know I'm going live because I know he told me last time, let him know, and then I'll hop over. They said they'll hop over and come kick it on the channel too. See, let's see what they say. Just sent them a quick message about it real quick. So yeah, I might have a short lag or delay on my end, so I apologize about that. Oh, okay. Good looking out. Good looking out, Dwayne. I wasn't sure. I know he told me last time, man. He was on my top about that. My brother DP in the building. Salute to you, DP. How you doing tonight, man? How you doing? Anybody that's new, make sure you subscribe, like the channel, hit that thumbs up. Like everybody else say, it's free. It don't cost a thing. I would say do the right thing and make sure pay that respect at the poll and hit that like button for you. Okay, Savoy in the building. Salute to you, man. Salute to everybody that's been coming through showing love, man. Tell everybody make sure you hit that like button. That way we can get cooking on this and get to this topic, man. If anybody want to come up, let me know. I'll drop the link. My brother DP was on. We was cooking last time we went live, so uh, definitely not afraid to do that, man. Get back cooking on everything too. But yeah, let me know what y'all think, man. I guess before we can get started let me know what y'all think. Who's in the driver's seat for this MVP race right now? Who y'all got as the biggest disappointment, and which team is the most surprising right now? 'Cause I got a take on a few, man, and it's crazy that what you're seeing right now. I mean, you're seeing teams that within the last couple of years were supposed to be favorites to win a championship, and now all of a sudden we're seeing teams that's barely struggling to even make a play-in situation, let alone make the playoffs in its entirety. So it's definitely been, like I said, it's been an interesting season so far, man, and it's been packed full of surprises. That much I can say. I think the what's kind of injuries has robbed us of being able to see the highest level of competition compete. That's the unfortunate thing is that being these injuries that took place, injuries happening, it definitely robbed us of a solid, tough, good season to see, man. Definitely robbed us. Definitely robbed us. So definitely touch in, just giving people a few more minutes. Brother Jack in the building. What's going on, Jack? Appreciate you coming through. My brother Demetrius right Demetrius Bryce said MB should get the MVP. Trust the process. Oh man, I remember I used to hear people say trust the process, man, and then the process got bounced out first round, second round, Eastern Conference. I don't know, man. It seemed like a process to get bounced was the process, man. I'm just playing. I'm just playing, man. It's been a crazy situation, man. Salute to my brother K Savoy in the building. Salute to you, man. It's been a crazy situation. I feel that just dealing with the whole aspect of that, man, it's insane. You see Philly, they go from the AI era, then you go to the era where the Joel and Ben Simmons era, and then that kind of dwindled out, and now you're seeing Joel and James Harden, and people are saying trust the pro. James Harden's not going to take you out to the promised land, man. I hate to rain on people's parade or no Philly fans out there. No slight to y'all, but James Harden he's showing you exactly who he's gonna be in the biggest and toughest moments, man. He's gonna be that person that's gonna crumble under the pressure. He's gonna crumble, more than a cookie. You know what I'm saying? Like he is Chips Ahoy cookie at that. he is going to crumble and let y'all down, and y'all are going to be pissed again. Trust me. Again, I hate to say it, but it's just a fact that the man, once somebody shows you who they are, you got to believe who they are. You can't believe that person is better than what they're showing you. If that's what they're showing you with a consistent, repeated history of that too. And again, it's no slight to him. It's just, it's the facts. Unfortunately, every time he's come up short, or he's bailed out, or he's, done situation where he ran from the grind, he ran from the struggle. Again, it's just the nature of the beast, man, that comes with it. And that's what James Harden gives the Philly fans, man. He gives them false hope, which is unfortunate because Joel's playing at a MVP, caliber right now. He's definitely out there balling, man. And hopefully it doesn't go to waste. But like I said, I don't think James Harden was the answer to really, take them over the hump of being able to make that happen. That's just my honest opinion of that. Just because, like I said, when they got spanked by the Nets, you know what I mean. My guy hit the club and was partying with Lil Baby after they just got spanked by 29. So it's like that tells you the mentality of where James Harden is, man. James Harden, he would rather go out and spend, I don't want to say spend his money, but James Harden would rather go out and drop a triple dub in the club instead of being in the gym working on his game, which is insane. So, brother Tupac 13, the building, salute to you, man. Case of Voice said Kyrie Irving had 60 tonight. Yeah, I can believe it. He out to prove a point, man. He's playing like he's pissed off, and like I said, the one thing, and salute to the queen, Jalen in the building, salute to you coming through. The one thing I can say, case of war, that doesn't make any sense whatsoever is how in the world can you have Kyrie sitting out, but then you allow other NBA players that are not vaccinated to come and play? That's the thing that does absolutely makes zero sense to me. They can come into the Barclay and play a game and not be vaccinated, but yet Kyrie is not allowed to play at home in a vaccinated game. And then they actually find the Nets for allowing him to come to the locker room. Like, make it make sense, man. It's yeah. I'm not gonna touch and talk too much about that, that perspective of it, but it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Like, it makes no sense. I mean, if you have Adam Silver coming out and literally taking a shot at saying, explain how this makes sense as to why he can't play, that he can't play, but yet at the same time he can't play, you allow other unvaccinated players to come into the league and play. And it literally doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So um it makes no sense. And I feel as if like they literally don't really uh, they don't they're not able to explain it. So at this point they're doing it to save face. That's how I look at it. They're doing it to save face so they won't say anything. That's how I had to view that situation. My brother Demetrius Wright said Kyrie went off tonight. LeBron showed hate. Your thoughts? Um, Not surprised. Right now LeBron is in a bad space, man. My guy is pushing and coming close to forward. It's just not it, man. They don't have the heart to play soft. They complain, no defense, lack of effort, not listen to the coach message. It's all about effort, and they absolutely do not put any effort towards winning. They're not playing winning basketball right now. Like I said before my previous live, the Lakers right now are the embodiment of Marshawn Lynch. And he said in that interview, that interview, I'm just here so I don't get fined. They're literally here so they won't get fined. Like, they're there just to show up. As soon as there's kind of any resistance, what do? They lay down. So at this point, that's just how I feel about it, man. It's just they show up to get slapped around, and they show up to allow people to drop their career highs on their team or embarrass them, just to have that on their resume that we beat the hell out of the Lakers. They don't fear the paper, purple and gold, man. There is no fear whatsoever. At this point, everybody is teeing up on the Lakers as if it's tee off time. We're gonna blow them out. But I did. But Demetrius Bryant, I didn't see personally what I didn't see what LeBron said about it. But yeah, he's probably a little bit soft. They've had their back and forth, so whatever their kind of relationship is, it is what it is. I don't get into the semantics or the kind of drama portion of it, just because I don't care for any of that kind of stuff. But I kind of try to keep it strictly basketball. But I think, yeah, there's probably a little salt there for obvious reasons. In the case of what said why, okay, you got to elaborate on that one for me. I'm sorry, I might have been long winded and missed that one. Um, Yeah, Jalen, 50K. Yeah, it didn't make sense. Absolutely doesn't make sense whatsoever. Jack said a name not being mentioned at all because he is more national best-selling state. For instance, CP3, the the tangible unseen. Yeah, Jack, that makes sense. But at the same time, CP3 is almost the same as James Harden, man. In the biggest moments, what happens? He crumbles like a cookie. That's the unfortunate thing, but it absolutely happens. It's either with injury or it's with something that involves not being able to show up and show out at the moment his team is needed. But yeah, I mean, absolutely, he is a great fit for the Suns, a good floor general. But it's just unfortunate, man. Not to be biased here, but I think his best opportunity of getting the ring is when, well, I guess at that time the NBA blocked that trade from happening. But if he'd have went to my Lakers or Kobe, man, I'm pretty sure we would have been there to get we would have got a few. He definitely would be a champion by now, but we would have got a few. But you know, at the time, the league blocked that trade, and now look now, man. You got super teams, people, you know, forcing their way out of contracts with 3 years left on it, all kind of crazy stuff going on, man. But I think now it's just the players have a little bit more power than they had back then, just due to the climate and the era we're living in. So I had to chalk it up to that, man. I had to chalk it up to that. In case of where they what happened, case of why I didn't get to see that. I didn't get to see. Oh, I know what you're talking about. You're saying they're messing over the Nets with the whole Kyrie situation. Yeah, man. They are absolutely, absolutely messing over the Nets with the whole situation, man. They're not even allowing them opportunity to do anything, man. It's just going crazy. But give me 1 second, my peopleization. Give me 1 second. I gotta step away for a quick moment. Just give me 1 second here. All right, my fault, y'all. Pod, my apologies. Um, our little one is going through teething and he's sick right now, so I got to help the wife out. The wife is close to being due at this point, so I can't have her trying to hold this big old 1 year old. So, my apologies, my family. My apologies there. Um, all right, what did I miss? What did I miss? Jalen said, "How did he show hate? LeBron trying, but he can't do it himself." Um, let's see what else we got. Demetrius Wright, the Lakers supposedly the LeBron doesn't care about winning, just chasing that scoring title, more focused on passing both Carmelo and Kareem. And that's a good point. At this point, man, I think he understands he's playing. I wouldn't call it losing basketball. I think he understands at this point that the team he has right now, they're not committed to being able to compete with teams, these high caliber plus 500 teams. Teams above 500, man. I think it's just they look at the Lakers like a smacking session. I hate to say it that way, but every time they play at this point, man, they just look at them like it's smacking time at this point. Jalen said, I saw this post. He said, Kai, stop it, man. Actually, don't with the laugh out loud emoji. Yeah, that's not hating. I think that is more of like, you know what I mean? He's just kind of making a comment on Kawhi or on Kyrie's great performance. I don't think it's too much hating. If you let a lot of people say it, they'll try to say that LeBron is just trying to detract from Kyrie's great performance just by commenting. If you let Skip Bayless say it, everybody knows Skip Bayless is LeBron's biggest hater. So anytime you know he when he says any comment, Skip somehow, some way, man, he's right there waiting in the wings to make a smart comment about it. So that's for sure. Kids boy said it does suck that Kyrie can only play away games. Yeah, it does suck, man. Kyrie was 8 of 12 with 3. And case boy, that's not the first time he's done that. That's the crazy thing. Kyrie has absolutely cooked on numerous occasions on teams, man, for whether it be from the three, mid range, his layup package is insane. So, actually, I agree with that, man. Because well, if he could play all the games, they oh yeah, for sure, because the way they'd be above 500, it wouldn't even be without a question. They'd be above 500 with ease if he could, man. Um, see, Jacker said the biggest disappointment for me are the Clippers. Nah, Jack, oh no, man. I think it's tough to call the Clippers a disappointment just because they're missing both PG and Kawhi. And I think they also have some moving pieces too. I think it's I wouldn't say like a good achievement, but I think it's something that the Clippers can take into next season as being a feather in their cap, man, to be able to say that they made the playoffs without their two star players and to compete with everybody. Because if you look at the Clippers, man, if I'm not mistaken, I don't recall the last time they've gotten blown out. I think for the most part they have either lost, they lose is maybe 10 to 15 or something like that. Otherwise, they play every team tough, man. I mean, they smacked my Lakers. So it's like, and my Lakers have had everybody, and for the most part, supposedly has the better team. Clearly, they don't play like it, but yeah. So I think they definitely are a good surprise. I would say definitely a good surprise. And also, let me know, y'all. Let me know who do y'all have that's in the driver's seat for the MVP, and then also who's the biggest disappointment, and then what team is having a surprising season to you? Who is the dark horse that you think can make a playoff push and run? Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Definitely let me know what y'all think in the comments. Case of Boy say he was raised in hell with the guys last night because not going out to eat. Yeah, Case of Boy, I'm telling you, man. It is insane because I would say rebounding and playing defense is all effort, all effort. So when you are playing with no effort, the only thing that's going to happen is you are literally just going to get blown out. And we've seen now that the Lakers have been blown out in back-to-back games, and it's embarrassing. Like, when's the last time you've heard of a Lakers team just getting smacked like that in back-to-back games, or all season for that matter? It's insane. It is absolutely insane. Brother DP said, and that's because Skip averaged 1 point. Yeah, man. DP, you remember when Jalen Rose got on it, man? Jalen said, Mr. What did he call him? He said, Mr. Pistol Pete Bayless. Yeah, pistol, like water. What did he say? Water gun pistol Pete, man. He was like, yeah, didn't you average 1 point in high school? I was like, oh, man. Hey, and he came out with a whole different segment. Like, I think it was the next day or days later saying how they hurt his feelings. Hey, bro, don't dish it out if you can't take it, man. Don't dish it out if you can't take it. Monica in the building. Salute to you. Salute to you. Monica says, "Can my Pelicans make it now?" They can. They're gonna do your Pelicans gonna do the same thing my Lakers is doing. They're gonna get slapped out in the first round. They're gonna be a tough out, but they're gonna get slapped out in the first round. I mean, if you want to make it just to say, "Hey, we made the playoffs," I mean, more power to you. I mean, it is, and it is a bigger bag for them to get, though. You know what I mean? Every playoff game that they do have, it's a pay boost for them. So at the same time, they definitely can get there and see what happens. But yeah, they getting slapped out in the first round, just like my Lakers. So either way. Let's see, brother. Jack said Memphis was a surprise, especially with Ja for a while. Yeah, man. I would have to say Memphis is absolutely having a surprising. That was going to be my surprising pick, just because, man. I did not see that coming with them like that, man. Like that is insane that they are. If I'm not mistaken, they're the 2 seed, right? Let me double check. Yeah, they're the 2 seed, and they're playing with so much confidence. They're literally playing based off of Ja's energy, man. So he's like literally the heart, beat, and soul of that team, and that team is playing as if Ja has already won an MVP, and they're playing as if like they know they're going to win a championship or they just won one. They're playing with a lot of confidence, swagger, and they're just out there just hooping. That's the only thing they're doing. They're just flat out hooping. And so it's like when you play like that, that is a dangerous team to face, man. Absolutely dangerous teams. So whoever the what is it, seventh and eighth or eighth seed, no, seventh seed is, they're getting slapped out in the first round. Doesn't matter. I think right now, if I'm not mistaken, in the West, Timberwolves are the seventh seed. Yeah, they're getting swept. And that's no disrespect. Well, kinda, but it's just a fact. They're getting they're getting swept. There's no other way around that, man. They are absolutely getting swept. Um, let's see here. Jalen says so LeBron shouldn't be concerned. He's playing his butt off. Am I reaching? No, LeBron is, but he's playing his butt off. But at the end of the day, LeBron it's a wasted year at this point. The only way I can see, all right, let me be honest. The only way I can see this happening, right? Say LeBron keeps playing at a top level like he's playing right now, right? AD comes back healthy, Kendrick Nunn is healthy, and Russ stop playing as if he belongs on the G League's team. Um, and they actually started listening to the message from their coach and they start playing with like 1,000% effort and desperate basketball, they have an opportunity to make some noise in the playoffs. Don't know how far they'll go, but they have an opportunity to make some noise in the playoffs. The only difference, like I said, is that's a whole lot of asking. That's a whole lot of asking. Um, they're not listening. They're not responding to Frank Vogel. And obviously, unfortunately, AD can't stay healthy, which is, I'd have to say probably a stroke of bad luck. But at this point, man, AD just it's a bite bug injury, man. He's consistently and always hurt, which is unfortunate. Um, so I think they're not going to go anywhere. And again, I'm a diehard Lakers fan, but I'm also a person that sees things right down the middle too. I'm not gonna, you know what I mean, make up and blindly wish. I live in Minnesota, so I have been surrounded by Vikings fans that say next game or we'll get him next year, and the same with the Timberwolves. We'll get him next game. We'll get him next year. I hear that so much, and I refuse to allow that energy to seep into me to fix my mouth to say we'll get him next year. I can't do it. Cannot do it. I refuse. Um, I see my brother Dwayne Freeman said, I think John Moran for MVP. Yeah, that's a lot of people were saying, man. That's the word on the street is that he's a 2 seed. The improvements on his game, the way his team's playing, I can't argue against that whatsoever. And if he doesn't get MVP, he's absolutely going to get most improved. I don't see anybody else kind of beating him out for that at all. My brother Jack said, "Can my Wolves still the fifth and sixth seed?" I mean, even if they still the fifth and sixth seed, they getting slapped out. They're gonna get slapped out, man. The playoff energy and the focus and the playoffs is a totally different beast, man. Because you got to think you're gearing up to play a team the best out of seven. So first to win four. You're gearing up to play a team the best out of seven. They're going to strategically break down with the Timberwolves, the flaws they have, and the things they can't do. And right now, they're just playing with no type of expectation. When expectations are put on a team, it's a whole different beast. Everybody changes up. Those shots that you were making, they start somehow coming up short, or they're going long. Those passes you were making, for some reason now you're concerned about making sure you're not getting these wasteless turnovers, dead ball turnovers, things like that. Those are the things that you start to worry about when the playoffs start. And so I think that's going to be a bug that's going to bite them in the butt, man. For the Wolves, that's the only thing I can say about that. I hope that I'm wrong. I don't have anything against seeing the Wolves, flourish and succeed. So then that way you can see the people of Minnesota be happy about something, feel as if like they have something good to cheer for. I mean, they cheer for it anyway, but at the same time, it's different when you have a possibility of your team doing something, man. Well, I think even when was it a couple years ago when the Vikings had an opportunity to host a Super Bowl, or the Vikings did host a Super Bowl. I'm sorry, Minnesota hosted a Super Bowl here, and the Vikings had an opportunity to go to the Super Bowl and be a host team, and they blew it. End of the day, they blew it. I mean, it probably was some questionable calls that might have happened and things like that. But end of the day, they blew it when it was crunch time. When it came time to bite down and get the job done, they weren't able to. Um, that's just my thing. Casey Boy said, "I feel better if the Pelicans make the playoffs." Oh yeah, I know you're a Pelicans fan, Casey Boy, but they gonna get slapped out too if they make it. Same thing I just told Monica. Same thing, same thing. Yeah, Casey, well, Wolves drive you crazy. Yeah, I know, man. I was on T show and you was telling me that you had bet on the Wolves because they had just won a couple of games and then they get smacked by 20. I remember. Damn it, man. Brother Demetrius Wright said Memphis demolished the Pacers without Morant tonight. Yeah, that's what I said, man. That they are playing completely with confidence right now. When you play with confidence, it's a whole different beast. And then you have, that team is playing very together. People don't look at the fact that chemistry is a real thing. And if you have chemistry and your team has confidence and playing with confidence with chemistry, it makes a big difference, man. Big, big difference. And you're gonna see that. When you're gonna see that playoff time comes around and you see the Grizzlies and the grindhouse and they're out there putting it on teams, you'll see. You'll see exactly what I mean by that. Oh, you meant to say LeBron for MVP? No, Jalen, I can't argue against that. At his age, um, doing the things he's doing right now, the only thing that I say would have an issue with it is that the fact that they typically don't give MVP to a team that has a losing record unless he is like averaging a triple double and breaking historical records, which he's doing. He is breaking records for sure, chasing the record, a matter of fact. But there has to be more to that storyline. I mean, obviously he's what 37, 36, 37, something along. So it's a great storyline, and I don't have any beef with if he does win MVP. I don't have any beef with that whatsoever. Yeah, Case West said Memphis by 33, Nets by 42. Oh my God, man. Yeah, it's been some crazy high scoring games, blowouts this year, man. Jack says, stop that. My Wolves are 2-1 this season against the Grizz. I prefer the Wolves. Playoffs series versus the Grizz, then Golden State. Trust me, Jack, it's a whole different beast, man. I tell you what, when that happens, I'll make sure that I come find you on here and I tell you, or I'll make sure I cover a game like that and we can watch it together. And I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen, man. I'm telling you, the Wolves might sneak one game, but I feel that Memphis is gonna slap them out and they're probably gonna sweep them, man. Probably gonna sweep them. Jason, like, Jay Hurst says, so you're saying Minnesota teams suck all the way around? Hey, those are your words, not mine. But your words are very fitting, unfortunately. I think no, I take that back. Not all Minnesota teams suck. If I'm not mistaken, the Lynx are either a two-time or three-time champ. Maybe is it one? Is it the Lynx have been successful, if I'm not mistaken. The women's is it the U? I think their hockey team has been successful. And I think there's one other sport that no, obviously they don't publicly push a lot, but there's one other sport that's been successful. But when it comes to like the Twins, Wolves, Vikings, I don't remember how the Wild did, so I don't watch hockey or anything like that, so I can't say anything about them. But for those major three, yeah, only thing you can count on for them to let you down. Um, that's the thing I hate to say about thing I hate to say. And brother DP in the building. Oh, you want to hop on DP? Okay, give me 1 second here. 1 second here. Get you in here and cook up with your brother real quick, man. But yeah, y'all make sure you hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. And then also let me know who y'all think. Who's your MVP? Which team is your biggest disappointment? Which team, is having the surprising season? Like what team do you think is having the most surprising season so far? Brother Casey Boy say, should y'all better give respect to those Pelicans. They're going to be different in the playoffs. Yeah, they're going to be different, all right. They're going to be different. They're getting slapped around. I mean, you're going to be seeing like, damn, I thought my Pelicans were better than that, man. I thought they were better. I mean, we could at least, win a game or not get beat by 20. We can get beat by 5. The Pelicans about to get slapped out, man. Religiously get slapped out. Monica said, Casey Boy, they disrespected that. Hey, I ain't disrespecting y'all, man. I'm just telling y'all, what's going to happen. That inexperience and then everything that's going on. You know what? I'll say this. I if they make the playoffs, I would pray and hope see them make some noise because I always want an underdog flourish and be successful. So I would have no issue whatsoever if the Pelicans came in and made some noise and pushed the team to 7, or if they got to the second round. I would have no issue with that. But Zion is not going to come back and make that change because my guy has been eating way too much Krispy Kremes and anything else under the sun at this point, man. I saw him sitting on the sideline and people were like, "Oh, you can't look at his body." I'm like, you don't have to look at the body, look at the face. The face tells you everything. Look at the face and the chin. I mean, when you start seeing more than one, that's an issue for a person that wasn't built like that and it came to the league. What's going on, DP? How you doing, brother?
What's up, dude, bro? What's going on with it?
Not much, man. Just going down the line and kicking it with the fam and giving a little bit of talk and getting people's perspective, man, who they have for MVP, biggest disappointment, who having a surprise season.
Shit, you already know what the biggest disappointment is with the Lakers, bro. Shit. You already know. Fuck. At least in my perspective, it's the Lakers, man. Shit.
I gotta agree with you 10,000%, man. It was funny when the trade first happened. I was screaming, "No, don't do this, do not do this." And then they were like, "Oh, you gotta give them a few games, let them get some chemistry." I'm like, "All right, I'm gonna get." I told somebody I'll give them 23 games. Man, like, why? My buddy like, "Why 23?" I'm like, "Cause it's a third of the season, but it gives you a great sample size of what you're gonna see." And I got to see exactly what it is I thought was going to happen. It was going to be not good, not good.
Facts, man. I mean, and at first when I looked at the trade, I was hoping, okay, if Russell come in like he did last year, maybe a couple years ago, it would have worked out.
Mm-hmm.
But now, and I'm not even going to totally blame him. I just think they just made bad pieces, bad decisions as far as pulling off trades at the deadline, and the rotation was messed up, man. And really, then it's starting to show that maybe Frank Vogel just ain't a good coach, for real.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to keep it a buck with you, because I mean, we saw him in the East all the time when LeBron was in Cleveland, and I know what we used to do to him, when he was in Indiana.
Yep.
So, and it's the best that y'all can do. It was so many coaches out there they could have gotten, but they decided to go with him. I would have personally tried to holler at Mark Jackson. I wanted Mark Jackson. But you know how that situation is. He being blackballed, That's for another show.
The crazy thing is, they had Ty Lue. They didn't want to let him get his own coaching staff. Then they had an opportunity to kind of keep Jason Kidd. And then they had one more. I can't remember his name. But there was one more coach that they had lined up. Didn't do it. They had DeRozan lined up. They had Buddy Hield lined up. They had, even just going into the most recently, they had John Wall and Woods lined up, and they didn't pull the trigger and didn't make any changes, and they're not doing anything right. And I was saying earlier, that team is not responding to his message whatsoever. They're not. They're playing uninspired basketball. They're playing disinterested basketball, and they're literally not even trying. Like, yeah, JN, yeah, at the Lakers, yeah, shaking my head at the Lakers. Absolutely, like it's insane when you see the product they're putting out on the floor right now, and the fact, what's funny is people say, oh, you can't blame Westbrook, right? Westbrook is playing the exact same he's played for the last few years. There's nothing that's changed. He's been a terrible turnover machine.
That's
terrible
true.
Shooting percentage, and it's like the triple doubles hide that, man. And I remember watching the games, and I have one of my in-laws, one of his kids was a diehard Westbrook fan, right? And the kid made a jersey out of a shirt that he made it himself for a Westbrook, right? And so after a few years ago, he's older now, and just talking to him about Westbrook, he was like, "Nah, man, he's garbage." Too. And it was like, if a kid can kind of point out that you're seeing something that is what it is, that tells you something, right? And it's like he's at a point where he's not going to change his game. He can't. They say you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Some of them you can. You know what I mean? If you give the right treats and you put in the amount of time, that man right there, I don't see anything he can do that he can change because a lot of his game is predicated off of his athleticism.
Right.
Outside of that, he can't handle the ball in a manner where it's like he doesn't have a Kyrie or a Steph handle. I mean,
Yeah, that's true. And like you
and
just said, a lot of his turnovers have been hidden by the triple doubles because he had, he played with an edge after Kevin Durant left OKC. So he had to play like that. Even when he got up to Washington Wizards for a minute, I think he took them to the playoffs, didn't he?
Yep.
He got them in, but then it was like he started declining after that. But the reason why they got Westbrook, that came down between him and Buddy Hield, and they decided to go with Westbrook. Looking back now, they should have definitely went with Buddy Hield because Buddy Hield is a better shooter, and then went out and maybe got the point guard. John Wall was out there. Yes, he's definitely a better ball handler because John Wall don't need the rock in his hand like Westbrook does. But it also comes down to coaching too, man, because like you just said, they don't respond to Frank Vogel.
Nope. Not one bit. They don't listen to a word he says.
I think for that franchise, that's the biggest disappointment because they basically just wasted another year. LeBron turned 38 in December. Now, I know this guy is Mr. Iron Man, but eventually, Father Time is going to catch up with dude.
Oh, it's been catching up. You see, when have you ever seen him have all these nagging random injuries that's keeping him out for an extended period of time?
Right.
You're not.
Exactly.
So it's like, yeah, it's a wasted year. That's why, and I think even the old media did something. So should they shut down LeBron? And I'm like, he's not gonna let y'all shut him down because then that way it's gonna throw him completely out of his rhythm of what he does. You know what I mean?
No, LeBron ain't that type of guy that's gonna respond like that because he dedicates himself to playing basketball and as much as he can. Now, I definitely think it's going to be some off-season rebuilding. They might get rid of everybody except LeBron. I mean, and at this point, Anthony Davis on the trade market too. I would try to see what I can get from him because the one thing we know now, man, is he's not going to stay healthy. Period. That's it.
Or when he's healthy, he's not going to give you that AD of old. He's not going to give you the AD of old, but he's going to play like an old AD.
Right. He's going to play like an old AD. So I think he got bit by the Hollywood bug too. Just watching him on the sideline and the way he acts, I think he got bit by that Hollywood bug. I'm in LA, I got a ring, quote unquote, because a lot of people don't even count that, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I think he playing like I'm satisfied now. LeBron was supposed to turn the franchise over to him. That was the plan.
Yeah, he didn't want to take it. He literally didn't want to take it. He literally, when the moment came, and because he's in his prime, that's the crazy thing that people don't even realize. AD is literally in the middle of his prime, and he plays as if he's a player that is disinterested in grabbing the mantle and taking the driver's seat and taking it over. He literally plays as if he has no interest in wanting to do that. And that's the thing that pisses me off a lot about him too.
Facts, man. And it's sad because 5 years ago, this dude was one of the best. He down in New Orleans dropping, 30 points, 30 rebounds. We don't hear about it. He come out to LA, he got the spotlight on him. Now we see him. And it's like he, going back to, saying, just I don't care basketball. And I'm just not putting it on him. There's other things that's going on with that organization too. I personally would have took the rock out of LeBron's hands and made him a strictly a three man, a small forward.
Yep.
Because I think that's when he's better effective rolling off the pick and roll. You get you a point guard, he coming off a pick and roll, then he could, start the offense through him. But LeBron got to dominate the ball. That's just how he is, which, I can't disagree with it because that's how he played for, last 19, 20 years. But at this point in his life, his stage of his career, nah, man, you need a point guard. You need a solid point guard.
And that's what I said. That's why I was like, I think John Wall, if you were going to bring up a point guard, I think John Wall would have been a better fit for the Lakers than Russell Westbrook. Like I told everybody before, you're getting somewhat the same player, except for there's bits and pieces you can move around that kind of fit better. You're getting a player that's much smarter, that is not turnover prone. That's not really he's completely healthy too. So he's gonna be able to give you some games. He plays defense and he has a higher IQ on defense than Westbrook too. He's a better shooter, better passer. So it's like you're getting a player very similar but better in every single category. And I don't know why they didn't put. I think it's an ego thing. If I'm being honest, I think LeBron kind of that he made the decision to get Russ there. I think he wanted to kind of show and be able to say he can prevail and win with this. And I was like, that's why KD was like, I'm out. I can't do it. That's why Paul George was like, I'm out. I can't do it. That's why Kawhi told him like, nah, you're not coming here. I can't do it. And it's like for a person to be as good as he is and have the talent that he has, there is no way you should be getting passed around as if like, saying you're a shot cup at a party. There's or a
Bruh.
bottle at a party. There's no reason that should be the case, man.
You know
And
what,
salute to
man?
my
I
brother
remember.
Tupac. Their team popped in. No, go
What
ahead.
up,
Go ahead,
Tupac?
DP.
I remember when Westbrook came out of college. I seen his career. I seen him evolve. But as I saw him evolve, because he the type of guy you want him on the court with you, man, because he gonna give you 94 feet of just hard-nosed basketball. But 2 minutes left, because I watched the game, a couple weeks ago when they beat Golden State. 2 minutes left, they in this game, and he literally come down the court trying to dribble through 3 dudes. And I'm like, wow.
I tell you, man. That's why I said he belongs on a G League's team. Like it doesn't make his IQ is just like it's like, bro, I'm watching these games, and like I said, I played the game, so I understand. I'm looking at him like, all right, you got this how much time you have, so you got to have a situational basketball. You have this much time on the clock. How many more possessions? What do you need? Where do you need to get these players to? He doesn't have that. It's literally like 110 miles an hour. Then as soon as then you're looking up at the ref and it's something, man. Like every time like I said, when I see him have the ball, my immediate gut feeling is no, get the balls in, because what can go wrong will go wrong. That like every single time, man. Look, my brother.
Right.
KQKC Boxing Network in the building. Salute to you, the singing OG, man. If y'all like boxing, y'all like an OG that's giving that real, man. Go subscribe to KQKC Boxing. I love being on KQ show, man. He be at me cracking up the way he be going in on the people out there that giving that BS, man. He ain't got no time or patience for that. But hey, look what we got here.
Wow. That's right.
Exactly, man. The singing OG. My brother Jack said, Giannis is still my MVP in the books. Bucks, nothing without him. Memphis is still on a winning streak, and yeah, you got a point there, man. The Bucks are playing. They're playing good basketball at the right time. They're playing peaking basketball at the right time. And Jack said another disappointment for him is the Hawks. What's going on? I thought they were going to get out of the Hawks. I think when they surprised and snuck up on a lot of people last year, I think people now kind of prepare for them and were able to kind of strategize on how to play them and what to do with them. But I think they had a bit of the injury bug too, if I'm not mistaken. And I think some trades and dealing with a lot of internal stuff that was going on. So I think that's kind of we saw the decline of the Hawks at the moment. We still got a few games left, so you never know what can happen. But Case of Boy said he's like, yeah, Trae Young needs help for his Hawks. Yeah, man. Yep, absolutely. Jack said what? FAL LeBron gonna I don't think LeBron will go back to Cleveland next season. I think he's gonna stay with the Lakers, and if his son Bronny gets drafted, I think he'll go wherever Bronny gets drafted. I think that's where he's gonna go. I don't think if Bronny makes the NBA, I don't think he'll get drafted by Cleveland, because I don't think Cleveland is going to be in a situation where they're going to be in the lottery picks unless they picked up some picks, some number 1 draft picks or first round draft picks from a different team via trades and stuff like that. If they didn't, Cleveland's a good team right now, and they're balling. I don't think they're going to be in that situation to get a high pick or a first rounder like that either. Jalen said nothing is LeBron's fault. I'm gonna get. I'll be respectful.
We gotta give LeBron at least 25% of the fault, because I don't care what nobody says. He signs off on these guys coming to LA. He signed off on the guys that's coming to Miami. He signed off on the guys that came to Cleveland. He LeBron James.
I don't know about Miami, man. Pat Riley runs a tight ship.
That's true. All right, yeah, we give him a pass for Miami. It's true.
I think he might have some strong influence, but I think Pat is just like, Pat's like, what'd you say? Pat slick that hair back, go into his mafia hitman.
Hey, boy, you should have seen Pat Riley in the '80s. I'm telling you, boy, them Armani suits with that slick hair, with that
Man.
Showtime. You think Pat Riley was slick now? Now, man. Back in the '80s when he was younger, whew,
Hmm.
bro. Pat
I'm
Riley
telling
was a
you.
monster.
That's what I'm saying. All I know is when he was coaching my Lakers team, and I saw like just some throwback, back then. I'm looking at, I'm like, God, I'm like, man, we sure Pat
Man,
Riley ain't part of the mafia, man. I don't know. This dude ain't no NBA coach. He probably go over there and tell them if you don't win this, you're gonna be sleeping with the fishies, kind
hey,
of.
and what's crazy is when he was playing, when Pat Riley played, he had the hippie hair. It wasn't until like he got into with the
Oh
Lakers.
man.
Well, yeah, he had to go back and look at some old pictures of Pat Riley, but he had the mustache and the hippie hair. Then when he get the
Oh.
Lakers head coaching job, then that's when he come
Mhm.
out with the slick back hair, man, and it was Showtime after that, bro. Showtime.
Oh, he went Hollywood, huh? He went with the
Oh yeah,
Hollywood. That's what I'm saying.
Pat Riley
Pat
literally
Riley,
went Hollywood. I'm telling you.
DP Pat Riley looked like he that guy that'll spit in his hand, but like if he was walking and he saw somebody, he like slick
I'm
it back
telling you,
real
man.
quick.
He was
Whole
he
mantra
was Robert
change.
De Niro. He was a young Robert De Niro on the basketball court. That's who he was. I'm telling you.
Oh man,
Pat Riley
that's
was that
insane.
dude.
That is insane. Oh, let's see. What Jalen say about the higher up also have a job to say no if it's not a good fit. Jalen, when you have a situation where you have arguably one of the greatest players of our time or of all time, however you want to look at it, and then you have a generational talent like Anthony Davis there, and they say this is the player I want. After showing he's proven to understand what works as far as from a systematic standpoint, are you going to listen to him or are you going to try and butt heads with him? And guess what? Who's easier to move? If you're an ownership, you're going to move that exec because you understand he's not out there playing, and this player is proven and the face of the league. You're going to listen to that player over that exec. That's why teams get let go of coaches first before players. If they're like, for example, this losing streak and how bad the Lakers are playing, if they were to let somebody go, it'd be Frank Vogel, quick as hell,
Oh,
just because he's
facts,
easily
facts,
replaceable.
facts, facts. That's
But
most definitely. And I think he ain't gonna let him go anyway. I think he's gone.
oh yeah, oh yeah, I think yeah, without a shadow of a doubt, man. What's that old saying go? Don't let the door hit you or the good Lord split you or whatever that is. He gonna be like, oh, I'm going to the
Yeah.
bathroom. You are getting Yeah, they gonna escort him right out. He ain't gonna be going to the bathroom. He gonna go right outside. Right
But I
outside.
still think they need to get younger, man. I still think they need to get younger. I mean, they're gonna have to figure out something, man, to get these young guys. Because you got a lot of dudes, man. I don't know how you're gonna be able to work
Mhm.
that out. I really don't.
So my personal opinion, what I think they're gonna do is I think that they are probably gonna. Well, not probably. They are gonna get rid of Frank Vogel. Then they're gonna get rid of Westbrook, and I
Yep.
think that they still may bring in John Wall and Christian Wood. So you're having a
Mhm.
John Wall who isn't old, but he's a veteran. You know what I mean? He's a veteran. So if they can't target those two, I think they're going to go after Bradley Beal because I think he is available. And then also, I keep forgetting about my man Dame. Um, they can. I mean, I know he said he wants to stay in Portland. He has no interest in joining a super team and all that kind of stuff. But if he's saying he wants to win, I hate to say it, it's not going to be with the Trailblazers, man. Nobody's going to say, oh, I want to go play with the Trailblazers. I want to go play with Dame because otherwise it would have happened by now, and it hasn't. So I think that literally the Lakers should be targeting Dame. Dame number one is the highest priority target they should go after. Number two, Bradley Beal, and then three and four, I would say definitely go to John Wall and Christian Wood. I would target the hell out of them. That's just my personal opinion because I think it'd be a
I
good
like
fit because you still would have LeBron, you would have AD back, and Christian Wood, you can literally bring him and have him play five. You don't necessarily have to have AD play the five, even though I don't know why he doesn't like playing the five, but that's his own personal thing. You can have Wood play the five. Then you have everybody on the floor is a 3-point shooter, so you have a spacing situation where every single person is a respectful 3-point shooter. What are you going to do with
AD
that? And they
don't
all
like
have
playing the
size.
five. AD don't like playing the five, man, because inside he's a natural guard. He shot up to like 6'11". Like in high school, from what it was told to me, man, this guy played point guard.
Yeah, he was 6'2", I think in 8th grade or ninth grade. Then he went to being like 6'6" or 6'7", and then he kept like and he grew like another inch or two pretty much every year. So yeah, he had a spurt.
Yeah,
Man had a
a
crazy
major spurt.
spurt.
Right. And and I think, I mean, he got bulked up, don't get me wrong, but I think his mind is just a natural guard because it be times where I be wanting him to take it to the right, man. He pulling up. And I'm just like,
Hmm.
man, God, get down there and bang with these dudes. And for real, he bigger than Dwight Howard. He's bigger than Dwight Howard. Now, what that tell you?
And we know Dwight, man. Dwight got them shoulders of steel. You know how they say that Superman, the man of steel. Dwight got them shoulders of steel, man. So, like my brother Jack said, can we see Bradley Beal team up with LeBron? I trade AD at this point. You know what's crazy, Jack, is I think there's probably are some fans out there that would say I would trade Bradley Beal for AD straight up. I wouldn't, just because when AD is right and he is playing like the AD of old and not an old AD, he still is a generational talent, man. Like that, there's nothing that man cannot do when he's pissed off. The same thing how LeBron's pissed off, he plays completely different than how he plays when he's like, what I'm saying, like in a what you call a fine mood kind of situation. Like when AD is pissed off, man, AD is like that. That man is a monster. He is out there like wrecking havoc on both sides of the ball. And we saw what he did with Joel Embiid, man. You remember when they played Philly and he was coming back and Joel was on his streak of dropping like 30 or 40 on his last like 3 games. And AD went in there and starched him. Like, I think, if I'm not mistaken, man, Embiid had maybe 20 points or he had less than 20 points. We had a terrible shooting. AD blocked him like 2 times. It was like a game where he made like a statement game saying like I'm the best big, but then all of a sudden the following game after, he only shot the ball like 8 times or some crazy stat line. It's like, bro, man, you were too talented to sit here and be playing down to like. There's no reason why you should be doing that.
So what I'm doing every game next year, I'm slapping AD in the face before every game. Just smack
Oh
him.
yeah.
Get your ass out there and
Hmm.
get busy. I'm just gonna piss him off. I'm gonna put water in his face just to piss him off. Then he can go out and drop 30. Do something to,
Hmm.
get this dude motivated. Because you're right. I'm not ready to give up on him yet. I'm not ready to give up on him yet, man. But I'm telling you, he'll be 30 in like 2 years. And once you hit 30, then it goes down after that. So I ain't gonna give up on him yet, but he definitely got to do something with his ankles, man, or something, man, because I'm telling you, every time I see him on the court, he getting hurt. Every time.
Look, and then look, Jalen said his ankles aren't bigger.
She right. She's right. Somebody need to talk to his ankles. For real.
Man, it's that's the thing. It's the thing that, and yeah, like you said, slapping before every game. Make sure somebody's slapping with a glove. Like, is it that I'm
I'm
gonna challenge
slapping
you
him
to a
with a
duel
glove.
kind of thing?
I'm challenging him to a dude. On God. On God.
Because like, man, it's insane the talent that he has and how good he is. That like he doesn't like. I look at Giannis being literally the same as AD, but with the mentality of a killer. Like Giannis and AD are very similar in a lot of different ways. And Giannis plays as if you can't guard me. There's no reason you belong on the floor with me. Like Giannis plays levels above his competition where he's like, no, you're good. This is gonna happen, and this is how you're gonna deal with it. And that's the end of the story. Like that's literally how Giannis treats everybody. Like Giannis doesn't play around, man. Giannis goes out there and Giannis like literally would just elbow you in the face, dunk on you, and look at you like you're crazy. Like, why
I'm
are
telling
you
you
out
right
here?
now, man. In a couple years, you know how they always say the best player in the world, Giannis will be that. And this dude, man, we literally saw this dude grow up. They was down 2-0 last year in the NBA Finals, and they came back and won all four of them. This guy had 50 on the last game. Like, that's
Hmm.
crazy, man. That's crazy.
Well, you got to think he's arguably right now the best player in the NBA.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
Because like he can shoot now. He's extremely confident in shooting. Nonetheless, he is going to the free throw line with absolute confidence. Like, oh, you made a mistake fouling me. I'm going to put this up and like this is money. The way
Right.
he is playing is what people feared for him to get to that point, man. And so that's why I was actually going to say, if I was to say for MVP driver's seat of it, I would honestly have to go with the fact of like the coming down the stretch and how he's going to be playing. I think that he's probably going to win back to back, or I think he's going to win MVP again. And then on top of it, we agreed on the biggest disappointment. Mine is definitely absolutely the Lakers, because the Nets seem to be trending in the right direction. KD's back, and KD's playing like KD of old, man, and that's another guy that's an out of this world talent, man. Being at his size, being able to do the things he can do, it's insane. It's insane to
They'll
see.
they'll sneak in. I think the Nets will
Hmm.
definitely sneak in. Whether they 6 or 7 or 8, whatever. I think they'll definitely sneak in. And that is a team. Once they start get the clicking, you better watch out for.
Yep.
Like I had already said, man. I think it's gonna come down to Miami, Milwaukee, and Brooklyn. You
Hmm.
know, but until you beat the defending champs, then they the team to beat. If you can't beat the champs, man, because I can easily see Milwaukee going back to back. I mean, you're right. They got the squad. All they lost was PJ Tucker, but it seemed
Yep.
like they got better.
Yep. And you know what's crazy is that my other surprises for me, I think I have the Bulls, and I probably just have the Bulls. I mean, obviously the Cavaliers, but nobody sees the Cavaliers coming out of the East. Let's just be honest. I think the Bulls have a realistic shot at it, just because that team, when they're all healthy, man, that team can fly. Absolutely fly. And on the defensive end, that team, like if you watch, you have to watch that team close and watch their game when everybody was healthy, when they were on that hot streak. It was insane to watch. They were flying all over for defensively. The chemistry was crazy. They're making these passes, making their shots, transition, talking on defense. They were doing everything that you want for a team to peak. But I think they peaked at the wrong moment and they got hit by the injury bug. So it's like it slowed down a lot. And then you saw with the Celtics, man, they what were they 20? Either like I think they're like 23-23 or like 25-25 for the first 50 games, and then over the last 19 games, I think they're like 16-3. So literally, they went from being negative to now they're 41-28. It's
Yo,
insane.
I would never break up Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. I would never break them up. Them
Nah,
two dudes, man, I'm telling you, you literally got a dynamic duo. All you got to do is put pieces around them. That's it.
I was actually watching the game the other day with them, and I was like, did they move Brown to the bench, or was it maybe I clicked on it too late? Too late, but I was like, I know he ain't coming off the bench. Like that was what my mind was thinking. But like I said, I might have clicked on it too late or something. But I was like, just
Now,
watching them, like man, yeah, that's a dynamic duo
I
that
mean,
has an
Tatum,
opportunity to
Tatum is
to be.
definitely he's the
You said
star.
what? Hmm.
Jason Tatum is definitely the star of that team. Let's just get that out the way. But if
Hmm.
there was a Robin in the league that's a compliment to Batman, it's that guy right there. I would never break them up them because they seem like they feed off each other.
Hmm.
But check this out, man. This is what I was thinking about. How crazy would this be if the Cleveland Cavaliers got into the playoffs and LeBron sitting at home? Do you know how much shit Dan Gilbert will be talking?
Yeah, that would be crazy, but at the same time, man, Dan Gilbert can't say nothing because LeBron brought them a chip. This new team ain't gonna bring them a chip. The only thing they're gonna be doing is gonna be a tough out in the first round.
That's true.
So it's like that man is too accomplished. Like Dan Gilbert is already extremely petty, but I think Brian knows, man, what he did for them. So they not he won't even fix his lips to say anything, man.
He better not. But I'm just saying, in the back of his mind, he thinking like, hey, I got to the playoffs and you're sitting at home and you're supposed to be the king. You know how that whole relationship was because he is
Hmm.
petty. He is petty like
Absolutely.
that, and he gonna fuck around and probably buy Cleveland from him in a minute. He keep talking shit.
Absolutely, yeah, you're definitely right about that. That's in case of Wizards. Trailblazers is knocking on the playoff door. Hey, they are, but they gonna knock on that door and get the door slammed in their face when they get in, if they make it in.
Bro,
Um, like I said, AD been like that since he came to New Orleans. Yeah, he definitely been like that, being injury prone his whole entire career. Unfortunately, that's an
yeah.
absolute fact.
And my
Absolute
wife
fact.
loved him, man. He came out of Kentucky, man, and they got them a title and NCAA title, and man, he get drafted, and it's, like I said, the first 7 years down there, we hardly heard about him because he was in New Orleans. But
Hmm.
Monica just said it. He always been like that. It just flew up under the radar.
Hmm. Absolute fact, man. Absolute fact. Well, Jack said if I was a GM and AD is expendable because because of his injuries in the narrative of LeBron's legacy, it was a small window for yeah, chasing that guy. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Jack. Absolutely right. You are 100% right about that, man. He is at this point expendable for it.
I think he'll end with 5, and I can't see him getting 6, man. I can see him at least getting one more, but it's gonna have to take some pieces for him to, he got to get shooters,
Yeah.
man. He got to get shooters. It's a shooter league now. That's where we're at.
Yep. Absolutely. DP, give me 1 second. Cook on this for me. I gotta run over here real quick.
Hey, take care of your business, man. But yeah, you got to get shooters. You definitely got to get shooters to in this league now. The days of the dunk is gone. It's definitely the 3-point shot now. And Steph Curry messed all that up, so y'all got him to blame. Definitely Steph Curry. But I agree with you, Monica. Definitely agree with you. AD been like that since he got down there. And I like the guy. I just hope he can just get it together and just come out with a dog attitude next year. What up, Case Avoid? Damn it, man. So who y'all think gonna win the NBA championship this year? I want to see what y'all think. Like that, Jack. Say the Suns, huh? I can see that. I can see that, man. They got a good squad, man. Monica says she don't know. Why don't you know, Monica? You seem like you know your basketball. But Jack, I agree, man. I definitely think the Suns got a definitely good shot. And Chris Paul ain't even back yet, is he? I ain't seen CP3 in a minute. Oh, you talking about the NCAA? I was talking about the NBA. NCAA, I don't know. That's wide open to me. It's hard to pick who gonna come out of the college. Oh, he ain't back yet, Jalen. Okay. Shit, he like what, 39 years old now? 54, something like that? No, I think he like 36. Don't worry, Jalen. We're gonna be all right. We're gonna get it together. We're gonna get it together next year. I'm about to go down there and slap some people around and get these dudes rolling. Something got to give. Miami versus the Suns. Miami wins, man. Boy, that would be live. That would be live. I like Jimmy Butler. That's my dude. I rock with Jimmy Butler heavy. That's the homie right there. I like him. He got that dog ass attitude. Have you seen the interview with Mike Beasley on the pivot? Nah, what happened? What are you talking about? Mike Beasley still in the league?
Miami is no different from the Bulls. They can't bear good teams. I don't know, man. Jack, they got some dog in them. They got some dog in them, man. I ain't, picking them to come out the East, but they are gonna put up a fight, though. They are gonna put up a fight. But I still got the Bucks, though, because like I said, until you beat the champs, because now they got that championship experience now, and I'm sure they don't want to lose. It's gonna be hard though to beat them. And if Brooklyn or Miami or even Chicago, props to them. But that boy Giannis is on a different level right now. He wants to play again, but he's talking about needing help back then and how he was going through. Oh wow, I gotta check that out. What, he got some mental issues or something? I gotta check that out. I used to rock with Mike Beasley. He was supposed to come to Cincinnati in college, play for the Bearcats, but Bob Huggins left. That's why he left and went to Kansas State. He was going to play with O.J. Mayo up here, but they fired Bob Huggins, and that went downhill. Bucks Suns rematch. I can see that, Jack. I can see that. I can see that, man. Definitely can see that. But DeAndre Ayton can't mess with Giannis, man, in that paint, though. They're going to have to do something different now if they, going to try to beat the Bucks. He destroyed my Lakers, but I got to check that interview out for sure. I used to like Mike Beasley. I was wondering what happened to him. Who you got between the two? What got between the two, man? I'm gonna be honest with you, Jack. I still got to go with the Bucks, man, because you got to beat the champs. To be the man, you got to beat the man. Shout out to Ric Flair. Yeah, I ain't know who was out there with LeBron either, Jalen. Telling you, it's crazy. Kobe, rest in peace to Kobe, but man, I know he's looking down like, what in the hell? Man, Kobe would have been pissed right now. He probably would have showed up in the locker room and slapped AD himself. Shit. Do I think New Orleans getting Watson? I don't know. I have no idea. It depends on what kind of pieces they're gonna put around him because I still think Deshaun Watson was one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. They took a year off of him, which that's a different story, but I still think he is. It just depends on what the kind of pieces they got down there. I would like to see him down there personally. He probably needed, a different a change in scenery, but going down to New Orleans might not help either because what's down there. Can't leave one spot, then go down there. Y'all got Mardi Gras down there and shit. There's a lot of shit going on down there. My mom going down there 3 weeks. I heard Carolina was trying to make a play for him too. They trying to get him. LA celebrating after a 9-0 run. If Kobe was there, he would have had. They playing right
My
now,
bad,
Jack?
JP.
Oh, you good, bro. I'm just chopping it up with the family, man. Is LA playing right now, A1?
I can check that. Give me one second.
Jack
I
said
hope
they
not.
celebrating
I'm
after a
not ready to see
9-0
another.
run.
Oh, celebrating after a 9-0 run.
Yeah,
That
he
means
said
they
if
was
Kobe
down.
was there,
He said what?
he said what if Kobe was there, he wouldn't have had it. Oh, they ain't playing Jalen? Okay.
I was gonna say I'm not ready for another loss, man. I can't take it no more. I
Are
need
they
I need at least 2 day
officially
a 2 day break.
are they officially eliminated right now, man, or what? What's the play? What's going on?
No, that's the crazy thing. Right now, still sitting one game ahead of the or wait. So we're 29 and 39. So in the win column, we're one game up and one game less than the Pelicans. So we're literally like, yeah, we're a game ahead at this point, man. I
God,
think it's still a game or 2 games, but yeah, man, it don't even matter. Either way, like I said, like I was saying, dude, I feel like they make it in, they're gonna get slapped out. It's it's lose lose, man. Like I don't see that's the part that kind of pisses me off. Like we look at this talent, they were constructed to be a playoff bound championship team, and you're looking at a team that literally can't even string together two consecutive wins. Like I don't even
right.
recall the last time they won 2 or 3 games in a row. I don't remember it. It's either been win one, lose three, win one, lose two, win one, lose four. Like win one, lose, and then win another. Like they are just absolutely just I don't know. The only thing that's been consistent is inconsistency, which is sad, man. Like I don't even know.
You know
Don't
what's
even
crazy
know.
though? I was thinking about the other day too, man. LeBron has never had a Hall of Fame coach. Somebody that's probably, going like Magic had Pat Riley, Bird had
Mhm,
Casey Jones, and LeBron can literally take the average coach and make them into make him look like a great coach, because I know people don't want to give them credit for winning the title in 2020, because they was in the bubble. I get that, but
mhm,
that's just how good he is. That's just a testimony
mhm.
of his grace, his greatness. But can you imagine if he actually had a Hall of Fame coach that can know the game? I mean, Ty Lue probably was the closest because I mean Eric Spoelstra was a good coach, and I ain't taking nothing away from him. He was a good coach,
Mhm.
but he was average, and he still got them over the hurdle.
Yep, no, I agree with that. I agree with that. My bad. I'm just reading, catching up on some of the chat. Salute, my brother Twix in the building. Um,
Yeah, I agree,
I think
Jack. Yeah, that's the mentality down there. You're right. I agree with you, bro. Definitely agree. They get up 9-0, high fiving, and then they get blowed out by 30.
exactly, man. And I told you every time, man, Russ dunk on somebody, the boy celebrating as if he just won a chip. Like I gave the example, man, in the bubble, when he was playing for Houston, and the Lakers had him down by like 26, right? My man scored like a dunk or did something, and he gonna turn and say, "Y'all better double team me." I was like, "Bro, you down by 26? What the hell do you mean
Yeah,
double team?" Like, I'm
that's
so
like scoring a
confused.
touchdown and you down 30-0, and you score a touchdown and you want to start celebrating. I hate that, man. I don't get it.
Yeah. Oh, the
That's
thing
not
that get me
champion.
is go ahead, DP.
No, I'm just saying that's not championship ball, bro. That's not.
That's how you know they ain't played winning basketball or winning football. And I was gonna say that's the thing too in football where you see those DBs when the quarterback like overthrows or underthrows and the DB is like celebrating like bro you didn't do anything. That was just I just chalk it up to like yeah they just out here they just doing the theatrics just cause. I think Monica
Yeah,
said speaking of the Saints is getting Watson, huh? Yeah, I need that. I'm a Saints fan anyway, so yeah, I need that. I need Watson to go ahead and
yeah,
go to New Orleans and make my team relevant again, man. I was like, soon as Drew Brees left, I was like, ah, man,
yeah. I think it's a good pickup, just as long as he don't get distracted on the outside stuff going on down there.
man. You heard my comment I made on T show. I said, hell, if he having trouble at massage places, I'm autographing man. He gonna be in trouble.
I'm
He
saying,
better
bro.
stick. He better
Boy,
go live
trouble.
at a. He better go live at a church, man. He gotta get himself away from everything, anything possible.
I'm saying,
Honestly,
bro,
you
because
think the Lakers would have had Ty Lue, Jason Kidd, or Monty? Or Monica, I
I
think you
think
meant to say
Jason
Ty
Kidd.
Lue.
I think Jason Kidd would have been a good fit because the plan was if Frank Vogel didn't work out, Jason Kidd
Hmm.
was next in the reins, but Jason wound up leaving.
Oh,
But you know
I think that
They
bubble
got
chip.
Fizdale down there now.
Yeah, I think that bubble chip is what did it though.
Yeah, I
And
think so
remember
too.
when Frank Vogel was out for a short period of time and Fizdale was coaching with him. And I think if I'm not mistaken, they won like what was it? So you know how like right now the record is terrible. I think they won like a handful of games. They were positive when Fizdale was the coach, but they still had, lost some games or whatever. So I think that kind of hurt. But I'm thinking in my head, like, man, they can't continue to allow one voice to be heard that ain't making a difference in that locker room, man. He's lost the locker room a long time ago. Long, long time ago. And it's like once you lose it, you're not gonna get it back. So it's like I think it's time for him to chalk it up, man. Jack said Spoelstra's gonna Spoelstra's gonna be a Hall of Famer in my opinion. Hey, I tell you what, if Spoelstra wins another chip, they are going to consider him one of the best Hall of Fame coach for sure. I just have a feeling just because how he got it out the mud, man, the way he came into it and how he became a head coach. Like a man was a what was he a film study water boy? Like he literally came up from the
Right,
bottom tier and worked his way up to be a head coach, so which is insane, man.
right.
I think
And
it's a
he is a good coach. He's a damn good coach.
Yeah, I agree. A good, what she's saying, a good coach wouldn't allow it. The Lakers coach right now is not. Yeah, co- yeah, it's the. I have to say the coaching delivers the message, and it's up to the players to receive that message and actually listen to it. So it's kind of 50-50, but at the same time, like if your coach is trash, you're not gonna go out there and put your best foot forward because you're gonna feel as if if this person ain't giving full effort in what they're supposed to be doing for us, why should I do the same? And I think
Facts.
that's what the situation we're seeing for the Lakers, man. And that's why I was like looking at it and I was just sitting there thinking on it. And I wasn't even going to do a live. And I was sitting there thinking, I was like, man, let me go live and talk about this little subject because it's insane to look at it and think like we already know the MVP is kind of, and I think on my thumbnail, I had the kind of big names and main people out there. But as far as like disappointments and surprises, like it's almost a clear cut showing of who everybody is saying the disappointment is. And then it's a toss up for a surprising season because you got a lot of teams that ain't been ain't been in the spotlight or the limelight over the past few years. All of a sudden, they're returning back to the fold, like the Bulls. Obviously, Celtics have already been there, but you got the Cavaliers since LeBron has left. It hasn't been anything. Now all of a sudden, boom, they're right there. So it's like you're seeing these teams now that are playing good basketball and they're playing like for each other. When you're playing team basketball, winning basketball, man, it's different. It hit different. That's the easy way to put it. And then the West, I mean, it's the same usual suspects in the West. If I'm sure if Dame wasn't hurt, Portland probably would be up there in that tier. But if you look at the West, right, the top, I would say top 16 has been very consistent that exact same way. Very
Right.
consistent that exact same way. It's been Suns, Grizzlies, Warriors, Jazz, Mavericks, Nuggets. Very consistent. Obviously, with the health of the Clippers, they would be one of the ones that's in there if they were healthy. They would absolutely probably bump out. They would bump out one of these teams. Not sure which one, but if they were healthy, they'd be up there. And the Lakers, I can't even say if they were healthy, they'd be up there just because we're seeing what we're seeing. You can even throw the Pelicans in there, man. If you had a completely healthy Zion with CJ McCollum, Brandon Ingram, and the way those boys are playing down there, that's a different dynamic. You have to have that conversation just because, what I'm saying, that they play differently when he's out there playing. Like, you have to say it. So it's like, you looking at that, I don't even see where my team would even fit in, man. It's like my Lakers would still be in a play-in situation, even if they was healthy, just because the roster and the coaching, it's not something that's going to mesh and bring together where it's going to be something that's going to be winning basketball. It's just an all an effort thing, and they absolutely fail at all the effort they're doing. Absolutely fail at it.
Big facts. And they don't have
See,
shooters, man. Like all them other teams have gotten better because they got shooters for some strange reason, and they play defense, man. We don't play. I don't know. It's an effort. Defense is an
mhm.
effort. They don't play defense, man, at all.
That's what I said. all effort, rebounding effort, defense is effort, because offense will come and go, but defense is something that's all about effort. It's the want to, and you are seeing they do not want anything to do with that. Jalen Hurst has said we all know the Lakers is the biggest upset upset this season, but what team made a surprising comeback or surprisingly good this season? I would say Grizzlies are surprisingly good, much better, just because where they're at, their stance, how they're playing, and the way that team is like showcasing themselves right now. And then also for a surprising comeback, I'd have to say the Cavaliers just because they came back from the dead.
Yeah, I
Um,
was gonna say that too.
that's no shot at them, but yeah, but it's like they came back from the dead. There's no shot at them, but it's true. I mean, without Kyrie and LeBron there, man, yeah, we know what they were. I guess that's the easy way to put it. But I could throw the Raptors in there, man. They're like 8 games above 500. That surprised the hell out of me.
Right,
They play everybody tough, man. It came in and was smacking my Lakers right away, and then let the game get close.
smacked them. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You're right.
Yeah,
You're right, man.
it is insane, man. The things I'm seeing. So it's like you just watch these games crazy. See, if Popovich was the coach of LA, the team, I guarantee the record would not be like that. Yeah, I agree. If Popovich was the coach, that record would not be like that whatsoever because he is a Hall of Fame, bona fide Hall of Fame head
And
coach.
and
Like,
and Pop got control over the front office too. So a lot of
mhm,
times, man, when you got coaches, and that's what I'm saying, Frank Vogel don't have a lot of voice in that front office. That's where Jeannie Buss come in at. She, tells him what
mhm,
to do. Pop would come in basically telling him like, this is what I want. I want control, and you got to give it to me. That's why the San Antonio
mhm.
Spurs organization has been successful all these years.
Yep. No, absolutely. And Jack said post he's made the Heat relevant. Also, another appearance with the big three. Yeah, I agree with that. Definitely.
That's
Without the big three, yeah. I think for them though, man, that's grindhouse. The way how they have it down there, man. You got to be fit. Their body fat percentage to be on that team and things like that. They want the best product out there, and they want their players in shape. And if you're not in shape, man, they're gonna cut you. When's the last time you've seen an oversized or an obese player for the Heat? You haven't. They don't play no part of that, man. They take that serious about you being in shape and being ready to play.
And you know what's even scary too, though, is man, if Victor Oladipo get back to the old Victor Oladipo, that's gonna be scary.
Hmm. That is gonna
I
be
forgot.
yeah.
I forgot he was down. He's down there, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, he just came back. I think he had his first game and within like what was it? I think it was like within 12 minutes or so. He had a very very short stint, but he shooting pot or percentage was good, and he had like I think it was like 10, 12 was something. It was like he was scoring right away. So it was like he's back for his thing. He got a dunk, so that shows in the confidence is still there to go for it too, man. So you got to see it.
He always reminded me of a baby Dwayne Wade, man. D Wade is D Wade, but he was like before he got hurt, he was like the second coming of Dwayne Wade. Like every time I've seen him, even in Indiana, man, I'm like, this dude is just he was a terrorist, man. I mean, he gave my
Yep.
Cavaliers fits a lot of times.
Nope. No, I agree 1,000% with you. That man, when he was right, he was right. Like the
He was
athleticism
great.
and then the confidence in his game. His game was nice. It's
Yes.
crazy to think that he played with he played with Russ too. And guess what? Nah, I can't do it. He gone.
He played with Russ and Paul George.
People don't. Yep. It's insane to think, man. Like Russ has been on the team with some dogs, man, and
Yeah,
somehow, some way, it's just the common
Russ, man.
denominator, man. You have to at some point hold that person's feet to the fire and make them understand, like, look, man, I don't know what's going on, but for some reason, people are leaving, people are not playing good. This and that is happening, and what's the common denominator where you're at the center of all of it every single time. That's it.
We should have seen
Is
that
there?
though, dog, when he put on that damn dress and they took a picture of him. I'm like, see, we
Yeah,
should have saw
I,
that.
I leave that man fashion out of it because I mean my man's if you leave it up to him, he'll be walking around with ET boots and ET hoodie and try and say, you know what I mean, like this came from out of this world. You know, that's how my fashion is. I'm like, I'm not a high end fashion. I'm very simple, t-shirt and shorts kind of guy or sweats kind of guy. But man,
That's whack, bro.
that guy out there looked like the richest homeless person you've ever seen, and call that fashion. But I ain't here to judge. But I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's whack, man. I'm a judge him. That's some. I'm a judge him. Yeah, that's whack. You should no man be wearing no damn dress, bro. That's that. Nah. Especially when you're a
Hmm.
back, bro. Like, I thought Andre 3000 dressed weird. Nah, I'd rather wear what he wearing. Shit.
Hmm. Yeah, so you're right about that. And then let's see, Monica said, or oh yeah, don't forget about the Wolves. You're absolutely right. Jack said the same thing. And don't forget about the Wolves. I'm gonna see the Wolves
They
spank LA tomorrow. Cat with a 60 piece last night. Yeah, what's crazy about that, Jack, is typically when somebody drop it off for a 60, they're not gonna follow up with the same virtuoso, man. We don't have any more Kobe's and Jordans out here that's doing that. They're not running these hot streaks off of dropping 60, 50, 40, and 50, and then 60 again kind of thing. I think Cat probably had like 30 if I was to guess on it. And what's funny is I actually think that LA is gonna win that game because it's one of them situations where they are showing lack of pride, but it's a pride situation where it's like, okay, we have to win this game. If we don't win this game, I mean they're already the laughing stock of the league, but if they don't win that game, man, it's you're gonna see a whole different level of LeBron being frustrated. We saw him frustrated about rebounding. He was slamming the ball. But if they lose to the Wolves, or if they're getting slapped out, or if they're getting beat by the Wolves bad, man, you're gonna see somebody finally kind of lose their cool with the whole situation of being the bigger person, staying the face of the league, and staying even keel about everything. You're not gonna see that. You're gonna see some emotion. You're gonna see some emotional responses in the post game conference too.
Well, I
You're gonna
want to
see
see.
it.
Maybe they need to fight. Somebody need to scrap,
Mhm.
man, and somebody need to get going because I know he can't say that because, like you said, he is still the face of the league, man. But in the back of his head, he'd be like, "Damn, like you know, I know he don't want
That's
to
the
talk shit about people. He can't do that."
That's the tough thing, man. When you're that big, you have to sit on, that high horse, man. You can't come down off of it. So I think he'd be relying on, Shannon, Shannon Sharp be lighting them, man. That dude he be going in. Oh, everybody in the purple and gold, man. He is letting them have it no matter what. See, Monica said, could the Lakers get Damian Lillard or Bradley Beal in the offseason? What would you trade anyone and which players and picks? Uh, Monica, if I think they could get one of the two, but I think the better fit for them would be to get Dame. And that's just why, because you have a dynamic point guard that has proven in big moments he'll make big shots. And
Right,
so you want somebody that'll, because I think they'll probably end up keeping AD, because if you take AD off and you just bring Dame there, and then let's say LeBron retires or moves off in the next year or two, then it's going to be Dame and that team. Like, you know what I mean? Like, who else is going to be a dynamic duo they're going to have there? So I think they would keep AD for that reason, as being a dynamic duo by bringing, Dame there. Because then you got to think about it, man. In a different time, if you see Dame and AD out there, you're getting the best of both worlds from stretch or big and all that kind of stuff. It's going to be different. It's going to play different. And so I think Dame would be the better fit, but I wouldn't be mad at all if Bradley Bill can, if they got him too, or if they got him instead of Dame. I wouldn't be mad at either one because I think they'll be able to make a big difference. But I think Dame will be more of the natural best fit and best situation for them at this time because Bill is more of a two. He's not really the point guard that can initiate offense and do that kind of stuff. He can get you buckets for sure, but I don't really see him playing point the whole time like that though.
so if you a bet man
That's
right now, what do you say? If you what percentage would you say Russell Westbrook is gone as soon as the Lakers season over with?
Oh, I'm betting my house, your house, Jalen house, Jack
No
house.
doubt. No doubt.
I'm betting it. I mean, I'm betting my freedom. I'm betting every strand of hair I have on my head. I'm betting anything and everything I can that there's no way in hell he returns to the Lakers next season. If he does, man,
Okay.
I think I'm gonna hang up. I'm gonna hang up my Laker fandom, and I might start following and being a fan of the. Let me go down the list here. I might start being a fan of the Magic, the Pistons, the Rockets, the Kings. Thunder. I might switch over to all. Ain't no way, man. Ain't no way. I would fly to LA and start a petition, sign and drug test everybody in the Lakers organization, and petition to sell the team at that point, man. I don't
Bro,
think
I
I
ain't
could.
even
I don't.
watching basketball. If Russell
Yeah,
Westbrook comes back next year, I'm switching to bowling. I'm gonna watch
yeah.
professional.
I'm switching to cricket. I'm gonna watch cricket. I'm gonna learn about that.
Cricket. Watching cricket.
table t- ta- table tennis. I'm switching over to something, man. Like, oh, ain't no way, man.
I can't do it, man. I
No
can't do
way.
another year, bro.
See, Jack said, let's see, seven Minnesota, eight Clippers, nine Lakers, 10. Who's sneaking into the playoffs? Well, the thing is, for 7 and 8, if I'm not mistaken, the play-in tourney or situation is more so for placement or seeding for the 7 and 8 seed. But if I was to be, if I was to be honest, I would probably have to go with the Wolves and the Clippers to be the two that'll sneak into the playoffs. I don't want to bet against my Lakers team, but I also haven't seen anything to tell me that, in the biggest moments they'll shine brightest. I haven't seen that, but it's quite possible because they're playing. Those four teams got to play each other, and all four of those teams have beat each other. I think actually the Lakers have not beat the Timberwolves, if my memory serves me right, but it could happen. They could, what I'm saying, string together one perfect game and get into the playoffs. But then, like, when they get into the playoffs, what's going to happen? They're just going to get smacked because they're going to be playing either the Suns or the Grizzlies, and we both, or anybody that's a Laker fan, knows the Lakers kryptonite is a scoring point guard or two guard because they have nobody on the Lakers team that can play defense like that. Bradley Bill, or not Bradley, Avery Bradley is probably the best wing defender on the
Ball
team,
defender they got.
but he gets
Fact.
he gets 0 minutes, and I have no idea why. Or their rookie that's out there playing like a rookie, which is like, balls to the wall, and nobody's following suit.
That's
It's
true.
it's crazy. It's crazy. Like, there's no reason Austin Reeves should be out there playing harder and smarter and better than Russell Westbrook. There's no reason for that.
And they
Like,
should
he's
have
a
traded
rookie.
THT dude, man, when they had the chance to. They should have got rid of him.
I, I didn't understand the hype, if I'm being honest, and like to be respectful of it. I'm like, bro, I don't see him being a difference maker for the team. That's like he's a piece you have to hold on to. I did not see that, and I didn't understand it.
And you know what's crazy, man, is I think if they had a set Kyle Kuzma down and talk to him, because he was supposed to be that third wheel, but he kind of got the big head. He wanted more money, which he probably deserved it, but if they had to probably set him down and included him into the offense more, I think him and Caldwell Pope and Caruso, that squad bringing it back this year would have probably been a whole lot better because they got worse.
I think the crazy thing is, I think it wasn't even a money situation. I think because if I'm not mistaken, wasn't it a sign and trade? The Lakers signed him to an extension, and then they traded him. And I'm like,
Yeah, but why though? What was the
cool.
reason why though?
That's the thing. I don't know. I think LeBron couldn't handle Kuz's IQ, like thinking that he was getting a better return. Because I think that's why they got Russ. And I think he was thinking like, oh, I'm getting a player that can bring more to the table, because I think he was frustrated with Kuzma. Kuzma was like basketball IQ for the thing. Like, there would be certain passes, what I'm saying, that should be made that he wouldn't make. You know what I mean? And it was like if Kuzma wasn't scoring, he wasn't getting anything else. But then he showed games where he was rebounding and playing defense. You know what I mean? Things like doing the dirty things kind of thing, right? And I think LeBron was thinking like, oh, if I get Westbrook, I'm going to get the best of Westbrook and this, that, and the third. And it was like, it hasn't panned out, man. Hasn't panned out. And it
No,
seems
not
like
at
it's
all.
weird, man. When they go to LA, they turn into something else, dyeing in their hair purple and all kind of weird stuff, man. I'm just like, dude, what the hell? What the hell's going on? I know you in La La Land, but damn, like, you're here to play basketball. You're not here to become a diva and a Hollywood act and all that kind of stuff, man. That's a lot of what I be seeing now.
Yeah, man. I see it too, dog. You right about that, bro.
It's weird. Like I'm just like it's so weird the things you start seeing when they come to LA, who they turn into and how they start to act. It's definitely odd, man. But and y'all let me know in the comment section, even you, DP, like you know what I'm saying. What's something y'all want to hear, hear us cook on, or what's something y'all want to bring to the table as an idea for the next? Because like I'll either drop, you know what I mean, like I'll drop a content video, or I'll just go live and and kick it with y'all and talk about it. So y'all in the chat, let me know, DP, anything you think you want us to cook on in the future, or bring up,
Yeah,
or talk
I
about.
got I got a show next time because I got to get in here and get settled. But we need to talk about
Mhm.
Kawhi. We got to talk about Kawhi Leonard because if we gonna get on AD and
Mhm.
how he playing, we got to talk about Kawhi. Well, we'll say that for the next show because, and I like Kawhi, I ain't got no beef with him, but why is he not playing?
Mhm. Oh
Because
yeah,
we
it
we
take
gonna talk
two
about all
years to
these other
recover from his
people.
surgery.
Thank you. That's all I'm saying. So yeah, Kawhi Leonard has got to be the next topic of our show, man, because we need to know where this dude is at. What is he doing?
Man, I'm telling you, my man's just sitting over there with them New Balances and that, and
I'm
you know what I'm
saying,
saying?
I'm
He
saying.
kicking back.
3 years ago, he finals MVP, you know, took the Toronto Raptors to a championship. Now he ain't even in the league, man. I'm like, what's up? Then he was the one who pulled off that Paul George coming up, the Clippers and all
Hmm.
that stuff. So he was behind that, and now him and they both ain't playing. I'm like, come on, man. So we gonna have to give it to him too. We got to give it to him.
No, they both well, Kawhi is at a history of, man. He gets hurt. That man sets it down. If he ain't 100%, he ain't playing. But Paul George is super injury prone, man. So it's
Right.
like I'm not surprised at him being out, but at the same time, yeah, Kawhi, he's not stepping foot on that court unless he is 1,000% right. He's not doing
Fact,
it.
bro.
Uh, But yeah, we can
Fact.
definitely cook on these you know what I'm saying, we can cook on these all-stars as injury prone, or all-stars that move a little different. I can definitely write that down and bring that to the table. We can cook on that for sure.
Yes, sir, dog. And I appreciate you letting me hop on with you again, man. Like I said, anytime you cooking, man, and I'm getting off and you on, bro. Shit, slide me the link, bro. I can talk basketball with you all day.
Oh yeah, for sure. No, that's what I say. Anybody welcome, man. You definitely hop on. Just let me know. Yeah, I got it. I'm gonna try and get a schedule down for myself so I can start having a consistent schedule of doing lives, because I kind of do it more so when I know my little man going to sleep. So then that way,
Okay.
the wife is able to relax and she not having to worry about anything and stuff like that. But it's like this dude, like I said, teething and said, now he'll wake again now, man. Normally when he go to sleep 7 or 8 Central Time, he don't wake up until 7 or 8 a.m. You know what I mean? He sleeps throughout the night, but this teething and being sick, man, this kid he isn't giving us a run for our money right now, man.
I'm so glad I ain't got to deal with that stuff no more, man. I'm telling you, bro. That was, man.
Man,
I'm
hey,
telling you,
I'm getting it in back to back years, man, because she's due within the next few weeks with a baby girl. So it's like ain't no break.
so you got a boy and a
oh,
girl. Then after that, you through, right? You done, right? You ain't gonna try to
oh
catch blue
yeah.
blood, right?
Nah, brother. I don't want no part of that. I'm wearing a chastity belt. Finding God. I'm doing anything and everything that involves no more kids to be no more kids, man.
Bro,
And my wife said the same thing. Two and done, man. Nope.
I feel
Nope.
you, man.
Nope.
After
Nope.
I had my one, I was done. I'm one and done, bro. But she'll be 28 this year, man. And I'm like, thank God, man, 'cause I ain't want no more, bro. I just, you know, I mean, if I'd have kicked it with the right one, I'd have had another one, man. But looking back now, I'm like, thank God I only had one, bro. For real.
Hmm. Sure.
I
Sure.
see.
Brother Jack.
I know how that feel, man. I got 3 grandbabies, man, and I just took them to Dave and Buster's Sunday, man, and they broke, man. I'm first of all, I'm broke. Second of all, bro, they had me running around the whole day, all 3 of them, bro. The little one, she 2, and she don't
Mhm.
even know what's going on with the games. But my 2 oldest, bro, they want to shoot up everything, bro.
Oh
Everything,
man.
everything.
Oh man. That's Whew, I got a long ways to go before I hear
You
about a
got a long ways to go, bro. I'm
grandkid, man.
telling you.
I ain't even trying to think about it, man.
Nah,
Brother
yeah.
Jackson,
Enjoy it
it,
while you can, dog.
Yeah, I'm already know. Look, Jack said I'm done with the old school guys. Who are the new school? Who are the new kids on the block to watch out for? Okay, okay. So Jack wants some upcoming or some here now people. Okay, right. I'm gonna make a list of that for you too. Monica
Yeah,
said,
we
"Could
can
the
put on
Lakers?"
that too, Jack, for sure.
Monica said, "Could the Lakers AD? Could the Lakers trade AD in a three-way trade?" Um, I mean,
I
that's
don't think so.
possible, but I think yeah, no, I think for that trade, I think they could try and swing it, but whoever team is they gonna ask for more than that because they know the Lakers right now are in a burn. They're burning house. They know they're burning down right now, so they're gonna ask for everything under the sun, and the Lakers are gonna tell them no, and they're gonna be stuck same way again.
Yeah, I just don't think that they ready to give up on him yet, because like you
Hmm.
said, one, he's still what 27, 28, maybe probably about 29 this year. So he's still in his prime.
Hmm.
Now, if he was
Hmm.
32, 33, then I say, yeah, dump him. But nah, I don't think they're gonna give up on dude yet. I just think they just gonna have to find the right pieces to fit that, and then start with the head coach. You got to get a solid
Hmm.
head coach to hold all of these dudes accountable.
Yep, absolutely right about that. I
Frank,
agree,
Frank
110%.
Vogel. One thing for certain, two things for sure. Frank Vogel and Russell Westbrook will be gone on the offseason. So
Oh yeah,
I'm
THT
putting
too.
my shit.
I honestly think probably that whole damn roster, except for like three, maybe four players, is going to be gone.
Right, right.
The rookie Austin Reeves is going to be there. Obviously LeBron, obviously AD, and then if I was to throw a fourth in there that's playing decent or they wouldn't mind keeping, man,
I think
mm,
Malik Monk will stay. I like
yeah,
Malik Monk.
yeah, I think that'll be the other one. Other than that, I think everybody else is going to be a coin flip, and you out of here where the other team is going to go to.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and let you get out of here, DP, because I'm gonna get out of here and go grab this little dude from the white because I think she's holding him. Go grab this
Okay,
dude,
bro.
man. Put him back to sleep. But yeah, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, like, comment. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know what other content y'all want to hear us cook on or cover. I definitely appreciate everybody stopping through. Brother DP in the building. I appreciate you coming through as well. And I know we be on that all other shows cooking and stuff too, man. So I know we being everywhere. So we're gonna definitely cross paths again, man.
No doubt, man. I just left my number in the private chat, man. Just hit me up anytime, dog.
All right, I'll make sure I snag it real quick, but I definitely appreciate it, bro. I hit you up, let you know we're gonna cook on, or let you know and do a live, see if you got some free time then, brother.
Okay, bro. Y'all stay up, man. I'll talk to y'all later, man.
All right, appreciate it. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good night. Appreciate y'all stopping through the A1 Hoop Zone. Make sure you hit that like button. Again, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Give me feedback. Let me know who you want me to cover, what you want me to talk about. Bring any kind of discussion boards to the table. It's not just my channel; it's a family channel. So make sure that y'all treat it as such, and don't feel free to say what's on your mind or bring up what you want to talk about. Again, A1 signing off. Y'all have a good night.